let's talk about number 1 overall picks in the NFL draft. Specifically, the last 15. I'm going to show you all of them, and we are going to put them into a tier list.
Okay.
Mo, who are we starting with?
Let's start off with 2011 Cam Newton. Where does he rank?
This is a fun one because obviously I think he's one of the better number 1 picks in this era.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. There's no champions on here, I don't think. So the bar isn't super high for S tier. He's an MVP.
MVPs get S tier.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Okay, S tier.
It's it's just, and obviously it's only going to go to quarterbacks, but you see a lot of times, especially as of late, you're seeing all of these retread quarterbacks. Number 1 overall picks, it doesn't always work out. And so for Cam Newton to go in, be a franchise quarterback, get the Panthers to a Super Bowl, win an MVP, that's S tier. That's one of the best case scenarios that you can hope for when you draft a quarterback number 1 overall.
Yeah, you have the peak when you're individually talented for those years where he was completely in his prime, had just enough weapons, body didn't break down yet, and you have just enough team success making that one run where you go almost undefeated, win a Super Bowl. There's no argument to not put him S tier.
Exactly.
Okay, what about next up, 2012 Andrew Luck?
This is interesting. Obviously, less success. Didn't make a Super Bowl. Couldn't make a deep run because his team was god-awful. They gave no offensive line, terrible defenses. Got hurt, retired early. So, like, on paper, it doesn't stack up to what Cam Newton did. But he's just as damn good. He's just as good as Cam Newton.
Does he
Some
clear the
might say
gap?
better.
I would say better.
Some might say better. And from my money, he had a deep run. He got to the AFC title game.
He did. And
so you have that. He was failed by his team. I have to put Andrew Luck as they don't understand.
They don't.
They're not going to know.
I'm okay with that. Honestly, who cares? There's
Wow.
not a ton of team success on here. They're drafting number 1 for a reason. These teams are god awful and a lot of times don't turn it around super fast. I took it back from Cam Newton. This is the best player on this list, I think.
Wow, man.
The best offensive player on this list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of shocking me. I was assuming you guys are going to put him in A tier, but apparently
Yeah, I
it
guess
was
because
like
the on paper stuff isn't
I'm
quite
sorry.
there.
The talent was too high.
For this
Okay.
list too, I don't give a fuck about their legacy or too much. You know, like if they did jack shit, sure. But for this list, and everybody's kind of middling, I'm okay with going talent.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Eric Fisher?
2-time Pro Bowler, champion. So if you draft a tackle, you can start for 8 years and help you win championships with. That's pretty goddamn good value.
So, I mean, what? You think it's A?
You have a franchise tackle. He was never like the best tackle in the league or anything. But when Mahomes got there, the team was good enough. He was making Pro Bowls. He started for championship teams at the second most important position on offense. That feels like A value to me.
But how much of that is
Mahomes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we go B then. Team success, you're there, you're valuable, you're incredibly important. We keep you around for a long time. But, he's not Trent Williams. He's not Penny Sewell. He was never talked about as one of the best tackles. He was just like an above average good starter.
Yeah.
Which is extremely important. Not necessarily happy with that for number 1 pick, but that's also like a super weak draft.
I mean, if the bar's already low because the draft is weak,
Actually, is it a weak draft? Make sure I'm remembering that correctly.
Was that 2013?
Yeah, it's 2013.
No, man, that's not a weak draft at all. It's not a weak draft at all, I don't think. But it wasn't a good quarterback draft.
What's the weak draft? Because there's a weak draft in one of those. I can't remember. Either.
No, my note is, I was right, yeah. It's the worst draft of all time. It went Eric Fisher, Luke Jokel, Deion Jordan, Lane Johnson, Ezekiel Ansah, Barkevius Mingo, Jonathan Cooper, Tavon Austin, D. Milner, Chance Warmack.
Shout out to D. Milner.
Yes, that's the worst draft
man.
of all time. I was right remembering it. It's a terrible draft.
Jeez, man. Oh my God.
Lane Johnson still hooping.
I think we go B.
Yeah.
Next up, 2014 draft, we got Jadeveon Clowney.
Interesting one.
Probably like C tier.
Underwhelming, but
yes.
still really good. Got longevity. Didn't have the pass rushing bag to like dominate like he did in college. Great run defender. Stood around, kept the job for a long time.
Yeah, it's just hard when he was slotted as the number 1 guy, and then but the conversation was always like, do you take him or Mac? And so when you're not the best player at your specific position, it is tough. Never really hit like that high end of like putting it all together type of season.
But that's only because he was supposed to be what Myles Garrett was. Like he was supposed to be the dominant defender of a generation. So he wasn't that. But he had very good years.
Yeah, he was.
Is it overall, is that a C or a B?
I would probably go closer to B. He had good years, and he was also playing alongside JJ Watt.
Yeah, and he's his whole career has been a very good run defender, which like people overlook because you're draft number 1 to dominate the
all
pass.
right, if you're a fine starter, just go B.
I don't know how many Pro Bowls he has.
But I think Eric Fisher, he's a good starter on a championship team.
C
Maybe
it
fine
is.
starter is C.
All right, C it is.
Yeah, and how much are we baking in like compared to expectations? Is that you're holding that against him a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
Is that valid? Kinda.
A little bit, yeah.
It's a fucking number one pick.
And he only has 3 Pro Bowls.
3 Pro Bowls is a good amount, though. So, let's go
3
B.
Pro Bowls in like 10 years. He's still playing today.
Let's go B.
Yeah.
10 years career, 3 Pro
Fine.
Bowls? Yeah.
I guess so.
I was thinking it was like 1 or 2 Pro Bowls.
Mhm.
Let's go B.
Fine.
Let's give credit to an overlooked side of the game. Nobody wants to talk about setting the edge. This is one of the best edge setters for a decade.
Jameis Winston.
That's a nice D
For content alone, I would like to put A.
because he's funny.
Yeah. But, I mean, you're right. He is not a quarterback that you can win at the highest level with. To famously have a 30-30 season and to have like your best moments be just the wildest plays that you can ever make and people love you because you are so erratic. But literally last year, you were talking about having to be saved by the Lord from pick sixes. That's pretty tough.
He didn't finish. He finished his first contract and became a career backup immediately. That's F tier.
F tier.
We get you through one contract and we say you cannot be a starting quarterback.
Yeah.
That's fucking F tier.
Yeah, as the number one overall
okay.
pick.
Okay. Yeah.
Your 5th year option's over. You go in your 6th year and you're playing for the Saints now. That's F tier.
Yeah. Okay.
That's easy.
Damn. I feel. Is he really F tier?
Clearly, it's not a conversation. He's easily F tier.
Yeah.
Is there any argument for him being D possibly?
I guess if you think there's somebody worse here, but I don't think there is.
Okay, never mind. Then there's no one else.
Yeah.
Going up for it, I was gonna say there's no one else.
If Zach
worse.
Wilson got drafted number 1 overall and we had a spot for him and want to differentiate him, then sure. But I don't think there's any more disasters on here like that.
Complete disaster to this degree. Okay, I understand. Next pick, Jared Goff. Interesting placement.
This is.
If you asked me 3 years in his career, I would have said D.
Yeah,
You ask me now,
I'm going A.
A tier.
that's crazy.
It's got to be A. He's a consistent starting franchise quarterback.
Yeah,
And he has been for a while.
You've been to outside of, and mind you could just say that he's been in good situations with good offensive minds with McVay and Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell and all this stuff. He was also kind of ruined, or Jeff Fisher attempted to ruin him in year 1. Since then, he's been to a Super Bowl. He's been to an NFC Championship game. The Lions were the number 1 seed. Like, teams can win with Jared Goff as your quarterback. A tier makes sense.
Yeah, if you're a top half of the league starter for a long time, you're going to be A tier. It's the most important position. You're one of the more valuable players at it. Top 10 for, 3 years now?
Mhm.
Easy A.
Shout out to Jared Goff.
okay.
Shout out to redemption for Jared Goff.
Facts.
wins-
They attached a pick to Jared Goff to get rid of him.
That's crazy, man. If he wins the Super Bowl, he's S. Easy. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
not even
sure.
a question. It's not even a question.
That if he wins a Super Bowl, like let's say this year, the Rams win, the Lions win,
It's possible.
which
It's very
is
possible.
super possible. He will have one of the more interesting legacies to talk about.
Yeah.
Like to be consistent, like top 10-ish, you're not really, there's never a point where you were like, that's a top 5 QB.
Yeah.
There's never a point where he was like an MVP combos, but he was very good at very important elements of the game and got it done. I don't know where that nets him. That's an interesting combo.
I mean, it probably nets you alongside Eli Manning in the Hall of Fame.
Eli Manning.
I don't know about that because
Nah.
his name isn't Manning and he didn't beat
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Weird circumstances.
But who would be better? That's an interesting conversation.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same guy.
Myles Garrett.
S tier.
S tier.
Easy S. Hall of
S tier.
Famer.
This is one of the greatest defensive players of all time.
Yeah.
This is after J.J. Watt and Aaron Donald, probably the best defensive player of post 2010.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, top 3 in the
that's
modern
true.
NFL.
Wow.
Yeah, and like you're winning
Mm-hmm.
DPO wise, obviously on your side of the ball, like that's your MVP.
Yeah.
As multiple of them. Yeah.
Yeah, probably a top 10 pass rusher to ever play the goddamn game.
That's the easiest, probably. That's honestly the easiest answer here so far.
Yeah.
Next player, Baker Mayfield.
Another fun one. Because
Yeah.
again, if you asked me after year 3, I would have said F tier.
Yeah.
The Browns thing didn't work out. Now he's a journeyman backup. What do you mean the Rams traded for him to start today? He was in the Panthers 2 days ago.
Yeah.
But now we're in year 3, I think, of him being a very good starting quarterback. In MVP combos, probably A, right?
I'm going B just because Goff has been to a Super Bowl and Goff has done this for a while now.
Do we care about that? Goff Super Bowl?
Should that like
because that was like when Goff was like mid. Like it wasn't exactly he carried the team to the Super
No,
Bowl.
but I still think that like it. I still think it matters
Okay.
a little bit. And like Baker's been in these moments, and not to say that like these losses are like on him or stuff, but I really want to give that credit to Goff.
Mhm.
I think for Baker, this is the first year where he's really, really elevated to, obviously MVP talks. I think B is fine because even though that he's moved around and he's redeemed himself, it's not all like the man was against Baker Mayfield. He also was playing poorly.
Oh, he got better. Yeah, he was bad. Like, it wasn't he was set up to fail. He was bad and got good. And I kind of feel like with somebody playing now, we're kind of like what they are now, like more than the cumulative effect, because he's not old. He's gonna be doing this for a while. No reason to believe he's gonna fall off. So I think we can do a little bit of projection and like take him for what he is now. And I feel like he's clearly a more successful player than Jadeveon Clowney.
Is he more talented than someone like Jared Goff?
Talented? That's a weird, hard conversation.
I think he is.
I'd say they're similar.
I think he's more talented than him.
He has the flashy high end talent, big playmaking ability. Jared Goff's talents are a lot more like conservative on the surface and reliable. Like, again, turn your back to the defense, making the right read. So to each their own about which talent you prefer. But I kind of view them in similar category.
All right. I mean, yeah, they probably, especially for the last couple of years, have been in the same area in terms of ranking. So we can put Baker Mayfield up there.
Yeah. And I just don't care that much about him making the Super Bowl while being the 20th best starter in the league with Sean McVay. Like Baker would have did that too, I think.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like there's like an...
Well, I don't know at that point. It was great. Maybe not. But you know what I mean? Like it was... Goff was very replacement level that year. They traded him like pretty fucking soon after.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like they're in the same tier in terms of not output in their NFL career. Two completely different situations pretty much, except for like, of course, started out shit, got really good. But in terms of like where they're at how they're viewed league-wide, feels like they're damn near
similar trajectory.
Yeah.
And like it's also funny because Jared Goff had like the worst rookie year of all time. Football Reference has a stat. I forget what it's called. It's called like value added or something like that. VA. I think it's the last thing on the far right, and it gauges how much like points you added in the cumulative year. He had a negative score in his rookie year as a quarterback who touched the ball every play.
Yeah, man.
Go find another negative quarterback. You can't do it.
That's crazy. That's that Jeff Fisher.
Go find another negative. I promise you can't do it. That sounds like you had to take a sack every play. I don't know how he did it.
That's crazy. Next player, Kyler Murray. This is going to be interesting too.
I'm going D
or C, just squarely mid. Like he's been a good starter. Injuries have derailed him a little bit in terms of like adding together years of being really good.
Yeah. Even within those years, there was always a fall off.
Yeah,
like he would play well for the first 8 or 9 weeks. October would hit, things would get released, and then
I put Bryce Young up.
Things would get released. What do you mean? What do you mean by things would get released?
Call of Duty.
Oh, I was like, what's going on, man?
Yeah, so it's either C or D. I'm just trying to think of like the other quarterbacks that are coming up, how we want to separate those two tiers.
I don't think that Kyler Murray has shown for a consistent amount of time that he is he's right on that line of being better than the 18th best starter, but also not good enough to where you feel fully comfortable about him being your franchise player or your franchise quarterback.
Sounds like Seaman. Sounds like honestly C.
But it's also been kind of underwhelming because we're still at this point in his career and we're still
but he's just mid. He's going to be mid forever. He's just always going to be the 17th best starter in the league or whatever. I feel like that's more C. I feel like D is like you're a negative, but just slightly, not a complete disaster.
Hey, man.
And I think he's squarely
somebody
neutral.
can make that argument.
I'm not really though. Like you can if you're a hater, but I think he's squarely neutral value.
Who am I?
Let's go see.
Okay. Next player, Joe Burrow.
Gotta be S, right? He's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah.
Shout out Goff. They are not one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Nobody would have that conversation realistically of being able to compete with the top 3 guys. Joe Burrow is being put in those conversations for a reason.
And to go and to turn around the Bengals franchise when they are cheap, notoriously losers, they haven't really protected you, and you get to a Super Bowl. All right, yeah, you got it.
Yeah, top 4 player on this list.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay, easy conversation. Interesting name, Trevor Lawrence.
Is Trevor Lawrence a better pick than Kyler Murray?
Yeah.
I don't really see any reason to say yes to that. You might tell me they're the same and they're both C tier.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like Kyler Murray's at higher highs and maybe Trevor Lawrence is D.
I'm ready to put Trevor Lawrence in D.
But I'm also I'm open to C. Like he's not as... We probably exaggerate the weaknesses a little bit because the strengths aren't very strong. Maybe he is also squarely mid and should be C.
Trevor Lawrence, this is kind of like the Clowney conversation where I do have to hold expectations a little bit to Trevor Lawrence. And on the high end, it was probably unfair because they were talking about Trevor Lawrence as one of the best, quarterback prospects. And he's this generation's Peyton Manning or whatever.
Yeah.
But damn, it hasn't felt good and it hasn't looked good either. And now, even now, whenever you get a competent offensive coach like Liam Cohen in, the team is still succeeding and it's not being driven by you and your side of the ball. Like the run game is good and the defense is awesome, but even in this resurgence, you are not there.
Do you think he's been bad more than he's been mid?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Is that true?
I kind of think he's just mid. I kind of think he's like Kyler, and we want him to be so great.
Is he high mid or low mid?
Low mid. Like low mid, but he's mid. And I feel like...
Is Kyler high mid or low mid?
Mid.
Okay.
So Kyler's better than.
I think they're same tier, though. I kind of think Trevor's also C. He's going to be a starting quarterback for a while.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's a starting quarterback that you think can win, whether or not he ever has the lightning in a bottle run where he wins anything of merit, I don't know. I'd probably lean. I wouldn't expect it, but I think he'll start for a long time. That's probably a C tier quarterback.
I mean, that $55 million is going to keep him starting for a long time.
Probably. I feel like C is probably fair.
Sounds like he's C. Okay. Trevon Walker.
Sounds like he's C. Sounds like another good starter that wasn't, people will say, wasn't the right pick. Solid starter.
Yeah, man. We have to start putting somebody in D.
I have.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what's coming. But he's probably C, right?
He's fine.
Just a very solid player.
And he's turned it into a very good player.
If he was the 9th pick in the draft, nobody would have an issue with it. It is remarkable that the Jags selected 2 completely fine, at best, number 1 overall picks in a row.
Where do you want to put Bryce Young?
That's what I was thinking with the D tier one. He has this year 3?
Yes.
He's had 2 years where he was the worst starting quarterback in the NFL. And then now, and the end of last year, where he's been mixed results, but I think mid overall. Kind of feels like a D tier resume to me so far. Like, we don't have the sure thingness to put him to C. We don't know for sure. Like, Kyler Murray's been mid for 6 years. We know who Kyler Murray is. Bryce Young could return to being god awful, and that wouldn't surprise me. Or he could also be mid and be C tier.
Well, there's a moment every single game where Bryce Young is god awful.
Yeah.
So if you have to bake that in and then say then you have to be great just to get back to mid, we're playing at a disadvantage. I'll go D with Bryce Young.
He has a very low floor every single game. Like, things can go wrong fast, and you're always digging yourself out of holes he creates. Now, he's done a good job this year of digging himself out of those holes, but the fact that we have to live like this, kind of feel like D. I kind of feel like I'm not sure if he's going to be a starter in 3 years.
Yeah, it was never supposed to. His floor was supposed to be high because he was supposed to be a very smart processor. You're right. A point guard type of quarterback. That hasn't been there. The panic level is off the charts with him. I'll go D.
Are you confident Kyler Murray is a starting quarterback in 3 years?
No.
Damn. Are you confident Trevor Lawrence is a starting quarterback in 3 years?
Yeah.
More than Kyler.
Are you confident Bryce Young is a starting quarterback in 3 years?
I don't know if he's the starter next year.
D tier it is.
Damn. I could see by the end of the season you put him in the C tier. If he continues,
he's got to earn it.
Yeah,
he's got to earn it. He's got to get the flashes have to be more consistent. Or actually, I should say the negative flashes have to be less consistent.
Yeah. Okay. What about Caleb Williams? Where do you want to put him already?
I don't know what to do with him and Cam Ward. They're so early.
Yeah.
Like, Caleb is not on the path to being SRA right now. Caleb hasn't shown the high end. Like, there's obviously the physical traits and things we thought about him as a prospect that you never know A is possible. He hasn't proven to be on a trajectory. So B would be projecting. C would be like what he is now, maybe.
Yes, if you're going off of last year would be D. Last year might be F. So you can give him a little bit of credit for this year, but I still think that early on it still kind of nets out to D.
Yeah,
you think so?
But I feel like with him and Cam Ward, we got to do some projection a little bit.
Yeah,
I feel like Caleb Williams' floor is probably what Kyler Murray is. I don't see him being worse than Kyler. Do you?
No, because but that's also because I don't know if Kyler's floor is super high.
Well, just mean what he's now, not even necessarily floor or ceiling, just like what Kyler is as the 17th best quarterback or whatever. I don't see Caleb being one of the worst starters. I think he'll net out to being at average at worst, which would be a huge disappointment.
Yeah. Sounds like you want to put him at top end to C.
Just C. I don't know. Top
hey
end,
man,
whatever.
should we drop Kyler to D?
No, you hate Kyler too much.
Should we?
No, I just think we put Caleb in C, and C's crowded because there's some mid-ass picks in this decade.
But these are number 1 overall picks, and we're getting mid.
Yeah, but like, what number 1 overall picks are like blistering off rip? Not a lot.
So I think it's okay that
you have to do projections.
It's okay. The SKU's positive. The number 1 picks for a reason.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Cam Ward, look at him.
Again,
he's king I can't even say Knight's fault because everybody's been bad this year.
Yeah.
What do we know about Cam Ward at this point through his career?
I know that he plays for the Tennessee Titans.
I know he is. I know he's one of the quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah, I know he wears number 1. He wears red cleats.
I know he throws the ball really hard.
Yeah, strong arm. He's good at press conferences. Has already given us a generational quote. So
I think we just throw him in C and say we don't fucking know.
I think it has the potential to be in B though. Not
Maybe.
yet, obviously, but maybe like
B is
4 or 5
much
years
too
from
high.
now.
I don't
Not
even
right
know.
now. I'm not putting him B now.
But you
Hell
think that could
no.
be the ceiling one day?
Yeah.
I have no fucking clue. We're not gonna rank Cam Ward because we don't know. This is actually the 4. Actually, no, we're just throwing him in C because who the fuck knows? Or you can throw him in D if you want to just go off of what you've seen these first 6 games.
Yeah, because I mean, outside of like one drive where the Cardinals just handed the game over,
Yeah.
like they could also be 0-7. And granted, they did have a terrible head coach, but the week 1 where like everything was not Cam Ward's fault, there's been times this year where it is also his fault.
Oh yeah,
So
it's just such a small sample size, such a disaster. A lot of these players had disastrous rookie years, so I'm not really holding it against them.
Mhm.
So I'll just throw them in C and say you were a complete blank slate. I don't know.
Okay.
Or if you want to reflect these 7 games, throw them in D.
yeah, these last, especially like these last couple games, like some of the turnovers that have happened, I'm not a massive fan. It hasn't been a positive experience, right?
All right,
Okay.
D tier it is because who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
It hasn't been good so far. So for the absence of positive evidence, we'll go D.
And that's the tier list. Is there anything that you guys want to do last minute?
Honestly, I think it's perfect.
Okay.
I would like to hate, but it's fine.
Yeah, we know, trust me. But I think it works. Maybe Trevon Walker is one we should talk more about, but I don't want to.
Yeah, I might.